Hello, friends. Welcome back to yet another session of Thinking on Destiny. We have taken a long break due to MMS, and with all the energies, we are all come back here to reconnect the great way. We are in the great way. So before we connect, we go back where we stopped the great way. Let us connect to the consciousness of Parsival and let his wisdom flow through me to every one of us. Please sit in a meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your in breath and out breath. We are taking vital energy to each and every part of our body through in-breath.
మనసును శూన్యం చేసుకుందాం. ఆ శూన్యంలో మనం విరాజిల్లుదాం. మనస్సు యొక్క శూన్యంలో ఆత్మ ప్రకాశవంతమవుతుంది, సువిదితమవుతుంది, ప్రస్ఫుటమవుతుంది, శక్తివంతమవుతుంది, తేజోవంతమవుతుంది. ఆత్మ మనసును శూన్యం చేసుకోవాలి. నో థాట్స్. అది ఎలా సంభవం అంటే శ్వాసతో కూడింటే అది వెంటనే సంభవం. ఉందిగా మంది కదా శ్వాస.
Slowly keep your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and slowly open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. As we took a long break, before we go further, let's recap what we have gone through the last session. Over to you, Balagar.
Thank you, Prasanna. So, we covered in the last section 3, chapter 11, in the great way, the importance of the right thinking and the honesty and truthfulness. He talks about that, how important those two in the foundation of the progress to the great way. When the humans think no human possession is worthwhile and reach the saturation point of human experiences, he then discovers uselessness of human effort with a flash of interior lights. Then he sees the objects and the world as temporary. So that means he finds that everything is satisfied with the material world, and he looks into the other way, inner, what is next. This state of emptiness forces the humans to question, who am I? Then he becomes conscious to find out the way and desires for it. This brings slowly the light of intelligence. Now selfness sends the light to rightness, which causes the reason to act. Then desires become passive, the feelings becomes active. So then the reason goes, the reason for the light goes into the I-ness and causes the selfness sends the light to the rightness. Then humans live and work within by the light, and it sets the light from nowhere. It sets the light from the knower in flashes. It sends the knower light from the knower in flashes. After complying with necessary requirements, eventually he gets more illumination. In his true path, he sees changes in his environment, job, association, in his inner life and physical body. This period covers 13 lunar gems that have been become one to reach the coccygeal ganglion to build the bridge. So these 13 lunar germs, they have become one to completion to reach the coccygeal ganglion to build that bridge. This may take in many incarnations or lives. After he made the wise choice of inward life, during this period, family ties may close or loose, and his surroundings work ties change naturally. He must not be attached to the liking or disliking. These are all the things happen. He lives in a certain environment for a purpose. Ties cannot be broken, they must be worn away. As he progresses by true thinking and purposeful life, his body will change. He gradually retires from the world without attracting any attention. Honesty and truthfulness must be the foundation of his character without any judgment and prejudices. When he turned inwards, new realm of experiences are opened and new objects are obtained. The psychic standards require certain moral qualities. It is linked with rightness of the thinker. He is devoid of devil qualities like jealousy, greed, fear, restlessness. He behaves friendly and then with kind, brave, balanced, and firm. He should not be influenced by astral powers. He should be devoid of deceit, hypocrisy, pride, vanity, arrogance. He must be honest with himself and self-restrained, self-contained, and modest and friendly. He should have determination to respond to rightness and eagerness to receive the light of intelligence. He must be focused on his way. If he gets any bad devil qualities, they eat away strongly. They eat away the strongly developed nerve structure and shuts off the light of intelligence. That's what he wants. Body must be healthy and strong. It should be at that point, they should eat healthy food. They should not eat too much or too little. Must be free from alcohol. They must not sleep too much or too little. They must not be abused by fasting or discomforts. Torturing the flesh body is not good. It needs simple and steady, pious, without non-sexual life. That's what he said. Pious life. And during this period, body undergoes certain changes. Thymus gland becomes active and thyroid becomes balanced. Gut will have less waste. The stomach and small and large intestines become shorter and smaller. Nervous system becomes strengthened. And also eventually involuntary nervous system of digestive system becomes voluntary nervous system of digestive system. After the discovery of inward life journey, steady progress happens with the nature's pull effectively. Because of imbalanced thoughts, human may get discouraged and fall back into the world. But when he gets sick of the world, he will look again into the inward life, even in the next life. Once one has made the discovery, failures cannot prevent. They will only delay the finding of the way. Failures are incidents, sometimes unavoidable because of past thoughts. They are often blessings in disguise. After merging of 12 lunar germs, he becomes a light bearer, eventually enters the way to the filament by opening the seal. That is the summary.
So, such a great feeling, right? To recap also. So, what will happen after once we enter the thing?
In the journey.
In the journey, right? So, it was, the book is giving the grand finale in the form of a great way, right?
Yes.
So today we will go further, like we'll go when you are entering, what is happening, because when you are entering, what are the changes that will happen? That's what we learned in section 3. So entering the way, once we enter that great way, what will happen now? The new life opens. Completely the new life opens. It is advances on it's from the body to the form to the life, and life to the light path. So we are traveling that. The lunar and solar and light gems. There are 3 gems here: lunar, solar, and light gems. And there are 2 nervous systems. The bridge between between these 2 nervous systems, and how the changes will happen in the body, because there should be the changes in the body to become a perfect immortal physical body, perfect, immortal, sexless physical body, right? So in order to become, the changes will happen. The three inner bodies of the doer, thinker, and knower of the triune self, how they will become the perfect physical body. Because when you are all actually going into the great way, your physical body itself is becoming the perfect physical body, right? Balagar, by the way, you are a science student?
Yes.
Okay. So next class, you can recap it in a much more effective way than I told, because some of the things, the science student,
Sure.
you can analyze it more.
And
Okay.
also one more thing I want here, when he says about solar and lunar germ, I mean, the way I understood, they are Chandranadi, Suryanadi, Chandranadi.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
We always say that, right? In the meditation, what will happen actually is,
they merge.
whenever you are taking the cosmic energy, that cosmic energy is going and activating the first, the Ida Pingala Nadis, that is Suryanadi and
Suryanadi.
Chandranadi. So when they are actually getting activated, automatically all the nerves are attached to it, because all the things are attached to this Ida Pingala Nadi only. Without that, it is not happening. So at one point, when all the nerves were, when all the nadis became activated, so the nadi junctions will get activated. So what are the nadi junctions? The chakras will get activated.
Yes.
Nadi junctions are nothing but chakras. When the chakras are getting activated, when you are actually reforming your behavior, your thing, whatever the way that he has explained, so all the chakras will come to an alignment. When all the chakras come to an alignment, and still we are pumping the energy to this Ida Pingala Nadi, so when everything was perfectly working in your body, what will happen? That goes into Sushumna.
Yeah.
Right. So when it goes to Sushumna, so it will pumps your whatever the Kundalini, whatever the serpent form, that energy will pump up. So when that energy pumps up to your Sahasrara, so that's where you will become the knower. In normal other senses, not like a thinker knower sense. If you want to tell the other sense, that's how the process happens.
So
That
is
is
this
why
the
the
one?
consistency. Yeah.
Is this the one he's calling the filament? It opens the seal.
Yes, filament.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
he's talking
Okay.
the filament. That's what I'm going to tell, because that's why I'm saying some of the terms, right? You can explain more. I can explain that spirituality wise, what is the things, but some of
Sure.
the body parts he has given. When next time you can focus on that, okay?
Sure.
By showing the picture. When one enters the way, that is the way, the great way, right? It is all the connections. So from all his connections and associations, he enters. Because when I live like 40, 50, 30, whatever the number of years, you lived your life with so many connections in your physical with your physical body, so many connections, so much thing that you lived, right? So you are leaving behind, because almost you are getting unattached. Leaving behind in the sense you are getting unattached. You are opening the seal. Within that seal, you are opening that seal and you are entering into the way. So it feels so much joy, such as you never felt before. You never felt before such a wonderful joy, right? So again, it is not like a thrilling experience. It is not like a static experience. No, it's not like that. It was a pure joy, because when you go for any thrilling rides, like when any rides, right? When he rides kind of skydiving or that kind of in Disney, if you
Giant
go
wheel.
rides, giant wheels, those kind of things, when you go, you feel a kind of different joy experience, but that will be a thrilling experience.
Yeah.
And it is momentary kind of experience, right? But here, the joy that you are getting when you are entering into this way, the way is will be steady, and the source, where is this experience is coming from, you can feel that the source is within. The source is not outside. It is not that when you bought the great diamond necklace, you are getting it, or when you are wearing a great dress that you are getting, or when you got a luxury car you are getting. So these are all the sources of happiness coming from outside, isn't it? So the things that which brought you happiness can also bring you the sad. That is what from the beginning, what is the true joy? The joy that is coming to you, which never brings you sorrow. That's a true joy. Because any materialistic things or any outside things, your family, your spouse, your kids or anything, so all of them are outside. They can bring you the joy, The same persons or the same elements or the same items or the same materialistic things can bring you sorrow also. The car you got, the luxury car you got today, you feel so happy. Tomorrow, if some scratch happened, something happened to the car, you feel so sad. Oh my God, I put so much amount. This is what is happening. Or I need to go to the service and this much I have to pay. Something or the other. But the joy that you are getting, which will not give you any sorrow, that flip side is not there. That is a real joy. That's the real. This joy will come when you are entering into this the way. This feeling is a progressive. It's a progressively it will come. It's a safety feeling. It's a perfect. It gives you an assurance that this joy will be forever. That comes from within, and it will be there within you, and it lasts for months. It won't go. Gradually, the new life opens whenever you are doing this, right? So the gradually, because you already enter into the way, so gradually the new life opens and it extends. It is extending within and it is reaching to the outer world. Whatever the joy you are joy you are getting, entering and it is reaching, means what you are getting within, that is also reaching to the outer world. Everything that seemed to be before, right? Very different. Everything will be seem to be different. Your body, you feel different. Your feelings, you will be feeling different. Your looks, the way that you looks will be different. Everything seems to be so different. Okay. In you, you yourself will be knowing that inside, right? It is so distinct in the nature and than that of the body, right? You identify your feeling, you identify what is that feeling before, and you identify what is the same feeling now. Suppose when you see that, when you go out the nature, right? So you may see casually the trees and go, but now you may see that very intensely. You may see intensely, you may find the joy of the nature, you may find the joy of the flower blooming, you may see everything everywhere, you feel the joy because you try to appreciate the creation also, right? Everywhere, that's how it will be. Yesterday, actually, because after a long time, after all these MMS and all these things, we take so much granted the life. That's what I feel. So yesterday while walking, so there is a one lady always walks and we just say hi, good morning kind of thing. Yesterday, because it was raining, we are just taking a round back and coming back. So we just had a conversation. So she's saying that, oh, you are so, I just appreciated you are so regular to walking in the morning and it gives so much pleasure, something like that. I'm just talking. You're saying, oh, what to do? I don't have any other way because I don't have the money to pay for the fitness center, so I'm just doing walking only. So that brings me like how much we take it granted. How many of us must have paid the gym and have not seen the gym, must have paid for any so much of the subscriptions and we are not using it, right? So we took things so granted because we were blessed so much because we are not actually appreciating. Similarly, to have a perfect body, working condition itself is so much blessing. Now, to have a place of our own is much more blessing. Not to worry about the food. Every day we are getting the food, that is much more. What else that we need it, right? Still we feel, still people keep so many worries. So here that kind of, so we didn't, when you are actually going to the great way, everything you started appreciating, everything you feel it, right? When you started appreciating everything, what will happen is you feel so nice. Every day will be so joyous, and that joy is coming within you. It's not coming outside. Your heart, you see that, you seems to be that the hurt is in the world, the entire world, your hurt is everywhere, it is there. So it is not, before that you feel that there is an outer pull, but now you feel that you feel the pulse of everything, pulse of every tree, pulse of everything that is going on outside. Instead of pull, you feel that pulse. Outer world could be act, your outer world could be act on him, but it will not disturb your inner world, it will not disturb your form world. You are the, so this is a direct within the doer in the body, right? It is totally the doer in the body is actually study. So that's you can feel that psychic atmosphere, you can feel it, you how the things are moving, how actually how the everything was crystallizing, right? How everything is, every creation everywhere, seeding, feeding, growing up the plants, impulse of a animal. That also you will try to see how actually now what it will do, what it will do, what is the instincts of those animals, what is the impulses, how the movement of the earth you can feel it. So this much movement of the air, water, so everything you will be able to feel because you are so intensely involved, because you are entering into that great way, you are becoming that part of that creation. You are able to overall I can say you are able to appreciate every creation. You will be able to interact with the plants, you will be able to interact with every being on the earth. So that within your four zones, right, fourfold body, that life body, light body, all the fourfold body, you can feel it. So this is so with all this tendency, you will get that clairvoyant, right? So clairvoyant and clairaudient things. Clairaudient is that you will be able to listen to the things that are not possible otherwise with the human ears, which is not possible. You will be able to hear some of the sounds. You're clairvoyant, you will be able to see the things that which is not possible otherwise. Because when you have become so pure and pure, when you enter into that great way, even now you can see some of the people will have the clairvoyant abilities. They will be able to see, they would be able to tell also. I think I have quoted you, I'm not sure whether I quoted this example or not, when one of my office colleague in Tampa, so when she's walking away, then an American lady came and said, I see a baby on your head. That's what she commented. And we are just laughed at it because she's almost like of my age and her son is like what do you say? Her son is getting graduated the following year, I think. Following that year only. That year he's getting graduated. So when she's actually telling, I am seeing a baby on your head, we just laughed at it. But the thing is, finally she delivered a baby that year itself. So it was so, because she is able to see, right? So later we saw later she went and asked, how do you tell it? Then she said, I had a clairvoyant capabilities. That's why I could see that baby on your head. So these are all some of the things. We don't know what practices that lady has done or whatever the thing, but some people will have it. But when you are entering into this great way, that is what you will be able to see. When you see, you will hear the voice that you have not heard. You will see the intentions of the others. You will taste, you will smell the things without seeking, without getting. Actually, suppose I like jasmines. The thought that I got the jasmines, I can feel the fragrance of the jasmine without actually coming to the jasmine in front of me. I can taste anything. So the thing that I thought of, I would be able to do. All the four senses will manifest whatever that I want, right? So it will act. The senses begin very fluid, airy, and radiant states. Everywhere you feel that everywhere I could do, everywhere I could see, everywhere means you feel that my consciousness got expanded. Whatever I want to do, I can go and see what is there in Vijayawada, or what is there in Hyderabad, or whatever I want to do, right? You will be able. So you feel that your consciousness has expanded, and the whole heart, the world is your heart. That's how you feel it when you enter into this thing. You feel that inner life is nothing but entire outward is there within you. That's the kind of thing, right? That's the kind of feeling you will be getting it. At this period, the wish for possessions or wish to see, communicate with the elementals will be fulfilled at once. So whatever the wish for possessions or whatever you want to communicate, everything through elementals, it will be fulfilled at once. So you'll be able to get anything. You'll be able to get the powers to work within you and carry out your own wishes. So you will have your elementals. The powers will be hidden within you, and if you want to command the elementals within them, then you can command and get it done. But this is the place where you feel that you have got some powers. When you just got into the way, you may use it. You will also have the knowledge of not to use for the other means. But if you use it, you may fall down again. you may fall down again. That is the one that. But here, the person may or may not transform his malice, anger, or hatred, lust, and other vices in the higher powers through, but he can control his physical expression. When he is entering into this, he will have all these things, but he will control his physical expressions. He may not have converted them into the higher powers. Going through the way, he will be able to control his higher expressions. He allows the allow a liking to cause him to wish a gift to someone, or he wish unleash the nature forces where he controlled. They would throw him off the way. So if you are actually doing, or if you are using that powers in a different way, they can throw him off the way. So the great way, they may throw him. So you should not be, if you are longing for an attachment or anything left behind, you will be pulled back from the way. Because after going there also, when you got all the powers, if you still going back to your own attachments, then you will be pulled back. The feeling mind and the desire mind gradually control the body mind. So the feeling mind and desire mind will control the body mind, and as these develop, because when you are entering it, so new mental activities will develop. The way now deals with the constitutions, combinations, solvents of the matter of the different planes of the other than the physical world. So you will get that power in the different planes. What you can do, how you can control those things, you will be working on. We need to use no instruments. We are not using any other instruments other than organs of our fourfold body and three minds. We are using only our organs and three minds: body mind, feeling mind, and desire mind. Only these things we are not using any other minds. By this mental working, he changes the matter of his body. So how actually this matter will become the perfect body? He changes the matter of the body, growing from the with the aids of the within the body itself. During this advance, there are the periods of exaltation, depression, or illumination. So whenever you are doing that, there could be the stages where you will feel the depression, because you must have seen there are people who went deep into the this kind of things, right? They also get into the depression kind of thing, because they are not actually getting interested in any of the things. They are just going inwards. So he no longer feels himself, because he no longer feels himself. He no longer want to attach himself, but he feels outer world. But he feels outer world is there within his fourfold body. That aham brahmasmi or tattvamasi, whatever the things that he is actually trying to, he will be experiencing. This begins color, sounds, all the natures are there within the body. That's how he feels it. The matter of the earth, water, air, starlight flows through his body. It is flowing through his body. That's how he feels. It is crossing and flowing through his body, and he is conscious of it. He is aware of that. The water is flowing through my body, and he is aware of that. Means the matter will become, the body matter will become that transient. He allows himself to be tempted to wield the forces which moves through his body. So he is allowing all the things that he command the nature outside of him, power within him. He suppose if he is trying, so when it is happening, all the things, if he tries to command the nature, because he had got some power, if you try to command the nature not in a natural way, if he's not letting it allow, because you got some power, right? Whenever you try to command the nature, take that advantage, go into the attachment, you are off the way. So it will not take, like Vaikuntapani, when you go up, it's even if you at the last point also, it will not take you, you can come down. This is also the same way. He must not feel any temptation, even though you are having the power. You must be stranger. It must be stranger. You must be stranger to yourself, but you should be fullness in the nature within him. No attachment, no power. Don't use that power for any of this other things. All the forms, and so next stage, all the forms, colors are gone. No sound, no four senses, nothing. You will not hear anything, no taste, no smell, nothing contact. So this is, as you grow, as you are going to the way, your feeling will get stilled. So all these things will be gone, and you stay in a very darkness. You are just the consciousness, you are staying in the darkness. This darkness will overwhelm you, will scare you, will overwhelm you. You may not want to stay, because that's a state where it is actually trying to keep you as a pure consciousness. But if you remains, if you fears, it will go. If you don't fear, if you are still there, it remains. It cannot, when it cannot influence him, or when it cannot provoke any reactions from him, this darkness, then the still the things are there in the darkness. Gradually they stand out, gradually they fade out, gradually you will come to see, gradually you can hear the things, gradually you will be able to see the intimate parts and emotions, passions within yourself. All those things are coming within you. All the evils which he believed, right, will overcome. So sometimes when you are in the darkness, you may feel that evil, but all those evils you will overcome. You will bear. You will sufficiently change. You will gain the entrance. You will gain that big entrance again, the gateway. The run from them is shut off. You need not run from the things. You will not do you need not do none of the things. You need because the things will not leave him. The things are there, the people are there, but you will need not run. You will unattached. You will still be there, but you will unattached. You will be able to search within yourself instead of searching outside. You become conscious of where you are unbalancing the thought. There are some thoughts which are not getting balanced. So you will be conscious. You will get shocked. Why? After reaching this stage also, why I'm not able to balance it? So then you will work on your thoughts where it is not getting balanced. You will balance you balance your thoughts. When your thoughts getting balanced, other thoughts will come. Again, you will see whether those are balanced thoughts or not. Until all the thoughts are balanced, this cycle will continue. The darkness vanishes as light comes. Darkness, because this darkness will, because all the things are coming up, so this darkness will vanish, the light comes. A calm peace come with the light, because you will become the calm and peace. The earth loses its power over him. Even over him in the sense, whoever entered into the way, the great way. The ties which thoughts had forged about him will be worn away. You are free from all the attractions of this world. You will not get attracted anything of these attractions of the world. You are distinguished. You are distinguishedly identified with your feeling and desire. Before and after this advancement is made, various changes will take place in the body. So when these things are happening, there were so many changes are taking place in the body. So you are actually, the lunar gem has opened the seal. The lunar gem is opening a seal and entering into the filament in the spinal cord. That's what I'm telling you. It will enter into the filament in the spinal cord. He may not tell about this as a Sushumna. Some people in our Vedas may be telling Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. He said it is entering into the filament, into the spinal cord, which is the light, whereby involuntary nervous system is directly connected to the coax with the voluntary nervous system. Here, involuntary nervous system and voluntary nervous system is getting connected. Now, let me share your screen a bit. Rishigaru, did I have the share permission here? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you able to see here?
Yes.
Okay, this is the thing. Okay. This is a 6B, right? So vagus nerve and spinal cord. And here this is what he is saying, that in between, right? The filament is entering in. So this nadi, what you call in our normal case?
Sushumna.
This is nothing but Sushumna. So this is our Ida Pingala. So
Ida
this
Pingala.
left and right, this is the Ida Pingala, right? So this is the Sushumna, the thing. So if you go back here, what will happen? So here the entire thing is explaining, right? How this will become. So this become the front of the nature card. It is going here. It is a bridge and going back. When it's going back, the form path, the life path, of the way in the body. So it is going. So all these bodies, how these body changes will happen, he is explaining. When this is going from here and here, right? So when you're going upwards, what will happen, how the body changes will be happening. Because he has given like a very detailed, like see here, even if you see here, the life path extend from the 12th dorsal of the 7th cervical vertebra. A life body is developed from the thinker. The mental part of the triune self is being in the, so which part it has been developed, that was also is given. Okay, we will see what is actually happening here, right? In this particular thing, what is happening, he is explaining here. So the bridge has been built between the front card and the filament. The bridge has in the front card and the filament, the bridge has been done, whereby the involuntary, suppose if you see here, right, it has become like this, but before, in the before diagram, how it is here, there are parts and there is Ida, Pingala and Sushumna is there. Do you see here?
Yeah.
So connected at the so in the form, he feels the nervous currents are turned when the connection is made between the front or the nature card and the spinal cord. So this front card and nature card, when they are connected, right? So you feel that difference. So the opening of the seal at the terminal filament, here, every sensation, impulse, communication in that region had go away of the pairs of voluntary nerves, which passes through the openings of the sacral and lumbar vertebrae. So it is passing, if you see all this jargon, whatever that I'm going to tell, so at the end, this body will becoming like this. You see this difference?
Yeah.
That body. So now I'll explain. Now he is explaining all the things, right? The old connections still exist. The new connection changes and rearranges your involuntary nervous system and voluntary nervous system. It is rearranging. How it is rearranging? Impressions are coming into the way in the involuntary system, passed into the tissues and organs. Whatever the impressions are coming, because that's how we see. The feeling is coming from the adrenal. That's what we learned, right, in the beginning. So all these involuntary nervous is passed into the tissues and organs, and he distinguishes and identifies. He identifies whether this feeling is a doer feeling or a the thinker feeling, right? Being the doer, humanity communicates with him. He feels its hopes, fears, loves or hates. Every feeling, he is able to distinguish the feeling: hope, fear, love, hate, longing, emotion, aspiration. All his thoughts he is able to distinguish through his sense organs. By the way, he continues the canal, now runs through the two nerve systems. They pass into the nerve structure that replaces what formerly are the organs in the cavities of the body. So whatever the previous things, right, that replaces the organs and cavities of the body, and these beings process the development. So how they are, the functioning of the accompany the progress the way, the functioning, this function. The kidneys become less active. First, the kidneys become less active in the work of hitherto done, and the testicles and ovaries are drawn towards them. Okay, if you can see those organs were disappeared here, right? The bloodstream gradually ceases to maintain the body. The nutrient is taken away by the breath directly from the four states of the body. The brain takes and sends impressions more easily than before, because not through many organs it need to pass. The spinal cord takes one more and more appearance of the brain structure. Its a central canal become larger. So the brain structure will also be in the spinal cord. It's a greatly enlarged. It's a central canal, which at present it's greatly enlarged the central panel. You can see in the figure, right? It's widened and reaches the very tip of the filament. The intestine tract ceases to be feeding tube to the sewer, and the anus disappears. The stomach and small intestines are then superfluous and then disappears. We will see the next. Okay, this only 4D only we have it. So it all disappears. The large bowl or a colon then serving as a new purpose. Now, because you don't have the stomach get disappeared, that there's no food that is not required. So then the bowl, large bowl and colon serving the new purpose becomes the part of the new nerve structure, similar to the spinal cord, termed to the front nature cord. This cord with its lateral branches is made up of former esophagus, of the two cords and plexus of the widespread ramifications of the involuntary nervous system and of the colon. The middle of the three bands that run along the outer wall of the colon becomes hollowed out. And around this slender canal arranged the colon. The greatly reduced length and breadth and short and narrow tubular cords remains. So here, because I'm just leaving this science part a bit, because I may not be able to, because my comprehension is not sufficient enough to explain that body parts, how it is changing. So I'm just leaving that to Balagaru. The next session, she will be able to explain like how these cords are actually changing and how this is becoming just that twofold body, how other organs are disappearing and how it become the perfect body. Is it okay, Balagaru?
Yeah. Sure. I will explain next time.
Yeah. The first, so then it becomes, so at the end, right, what it became, as shown in the figure, what it is becoming. It became, once it transformed, it became the perfect, immortal, sexless physical body. So you are not a male or you are not a female. You are just the immortal body. You became the immortal with this physical body. All your body organs were changed. So the embryonic form, so everything was got. So the perfect example. Can you tell one yogi the perfect example in the form that we know?
Actually, just Mohin, I know her only.
Mahathir Babaji.
Mahathir
Mahathir
Babaji.
Babaji, yeah.
Because
The
that we
light
all
body.
know, right? We didn't, because he became at the end, he became that light body, right? At the with all these changes that has happened, the immortal, because that's the one that we all know, that physical body, it was not taken rest, right? He went with that physical body, he became with the immortal with the physical body, right? So that is the best example that we have it. We may be having the other people, but everybody to explain to everyone, right? So that's the best
everybody
example.
can easily can connect.
Everybody can easily connect it, right?
Hanuman, immortal body.
Yeah,
Hanuman, immortal body, yes.
Ashwadhama.
Yeah. At least these are all like, what do you say, in the previous these things, right? At least now, because we have
In the
seen
present age,
kind of present age, we can see that. So these are all the immortal bodies in a different phases of this cycle. Okay, so these phases are not the sum. So when you become that, when you are becoming, go to that next phase of that. This is what do you say, that the life thing. So you are not the summaries of the past. The phases you are passing, right? These are not the past. They are actually, the phases are all the promising that we are all learning, is that these are all the promises of the future, which means when we are all doing it, we can go there, we can go towards it, at least towards it, go somewhere. If we have the hope that we all can get this immortal body, physical immortal body, everybody can get it. That's what it is saying. When embryonic form of the body is fully developed, so when it is developed, right, when it goes into the feeling body and develop, it's a feeling and desire will have a new agreement now here. That whatever that feeling and desire, whatever the previous agreements are different, now that feeling and desire will have a new agreement, and it will control this desire mind. It will not, so desire mind will get controlled, so which means you are under self-control. You will be able to do, I want to do, but I could not this kind of thing, right? Everything you will be able to control yourself, your body, your feelings, your desires, everything can be controlled. At this time, the aspirant must make a choice. If he chooses to continue to advance, at this time, whatever the aspirant, sadhaka, whatever you say, you must make a choice. If you continue to advance, the form body does not the form body does not issue. He ascends from the filament in the central canal system to the spinal cord and thereby enters into the life path. So he enters into the next path, that is the life path, that is the second section of the Great Way. He's going to the second section of the Great Way. If we were go further, if we were to forego further progress, suppose you don't want that, you don't want to go further progress, the embryonic form of the body would emerge from the filament, pass away the present solar plexus and issue the place where the navel is. Where the navel is, and it stopped because they will have some powers, they will have something, but they will stop there. Their progress will stop there. The proper choice of the human is a threefold way. So what is that? The Great Way is not an issue in the form world. It is not at all an issue. But when it is a choice that you are making. The only way you dealt with it, right? So if you feel that what is this? Everything I'm getting disinterest. I don't want to, because even in the meditation path, you can see that some of the people will do for a long time, and then they feel that, oh, I'm feeling disinterest in everything, but still I'm in this material world. I need to raise the kids and I need to take care of the family, so I'll go away from the meditation. Have you heard this experience anyway?
Yes.
We have heard,
do.
right?
Yes,
we do come across the people that
yes.
such kind of. So here also, when you go that way, again, that's a much more greater way, right? When the small thing is happening itself, you are shattering. When that much more thing is happening after the first step, again, you were given a choice whether to progress or to stop from there. Continue. So when you, again, after the life also, you were given a choice whether to stop there and go further. When you go further, then you will go to the light body issues. So there the physical body will become the light. Even if you read the book Celestial Prophecy, right? So at the end, the people will become light bodies. Because when you learn all the 9 insights and when you are able to practice, right, they'll become the light bodies. And when those people come, some of the people come and they wanted to take, right, these government officials, they would not be able to see these people because they become the light bodies. That's what exactly the same is doing. So when you become the triune self, complete triune self, you will become the light bodies in the light worlds. So issuing the form body into the form world would inhibit the development of the life body. So form world will inhibit the life body, and life body is a thinker body and light body is a knower body. That's what he's saying. The triune self. To go on, human must develop the life body and the light body in addition to the form body. Not just the form body, we have to develop these two bodies out of the physical body. That's how you are becoming an immortal. The choice is actual decision. This choice, how you will become, it is your own decision. It is not that some guru will come and put some bless on you and you will become the light bodies. No, it is your own choice, your own practice, your own thing, because every one of us is having the same kind of the knowledge, same kind of that power we have it. We need to make a choice where to go, where to stop or where to go. By searching this, desiring, thinking, because you need to search, you need to have that kind of urge to go there, to see, to become that, then you will become. That's a foundation light here. That's a foundation to make you that urge, right? That's a foundation that is laying in this physical body of the life path. For entering into the light, so once you entering into the light path, that is the great way. The choice of entering the life path is made by the thinker. Life path is made by the thinker, and on the request of the doer, and then because the doer desires doer has desired it ordinarily. The life body can develop its only if the human. So life body, how it becomes? Only when you are human form, then only you will become that life. Long years before he enters the form path. You entered the form path long years back, but you have to take a decision and become you have to develop the life body. You must desire that. Within that, you must have permanent, conscious, continuous desire. identity of that knowledge. You need to identify this knowledge, and once you become, your desire will follow. Then this thinking will be adjusted, and which the desire aims and gives the concerning the light to become the light body, right? So then consciously, when you become continuously, consciously, permanently, that you are becoming that life body, when you are in this life body, then you will be your thinker will push you to go to the knower level. These are the changes, physical body in addition to those given, right? So these are all the changes will happen in the life body, and light body. So nerves will not now be visible. When you become the light body, nerves will not be visible. Potential nerves will become active and will affect chiefly the lungs and heart. The lungs will then be more like a cerebrum. And then the heart is like urethra, and the thymus and other glands is like a cerebellum and pons. When one has made a choice to illuminate, that takes because the light body, the desire mind, after the thoughts of the psychic matters were balanced, began to act quickly with the certainly instead of slowly and inaccurately. It became certainly accurately. It functions instead of slowly and inaccurate. After the illumination has come, the mental atmosphere in which the light has become the diffused light, and the diffused light becomes clearer and clearer. Subjects the doer thinks about it, into which he thinks is shown the light, he turns towards them. Darkness and ignorance will flee away before this light that they have got. He understands the inner workings of the things. He comprehends the places, apprehensions and the things. He apprehends the four senses, how they are working. So with this is where I will stop here. How we can go into the light bodies, and how the things are happening, we learn, right? So this is all possible. This is all possible with physical body. When you are having the physical body only, this is all possible. So with the physical body, we are given an opportunity to work like this and to become from doer to thinker to